that'll do it. The Party Pies. Too good for the Blues. Way too good for the Blues today. Welcome to the Round 11 review. The Pies beat the Blues 11 goals 13.79 to Carlton 11 goals 9.75 in front of just a tick over 80,000 at the MCG. And it hurts. It hurts. That one hurts. Of course it hurts. It's the biggest game. It's the biggest rival. It is always ultimately 4 points, but it's never really 4 points because there's a lot more on the line, especially in the context of what goes on with the channel and online as well. You know, the bragging rights, they're really there. They're real. And unfortunately for the Blues today, it wasn't our day. A lot didn't go our way. And a lot should be said for Collingwood and what they were able to do today. And to be honest, the way I felt for the majority of that game was that we hung on just for dear life. And the Pies probably could have put us away by more had they kicked straight, especially towards the end of that first. I guess, you know, you start the game, it was a very intense start, and the build up and, you know, waking up this morning and getting to the game and just the nerves, and it was jittery and I couldn't sit still, you know, pacing up and down the house. Just, it's a special day. It was a very, very special day. You know, I remember coming back to Australia and I didn't go to a Collingwood game until round 2, 2021, but that was obviously with 50% capacity, I think it was. So this was the first time since coming home that I got to be at a really full Carlton Collingwood clash. You know, perfect day. I like it a little bit cold because you can just coat up and wear your scarf, and I think that's solid conditions for footy. And as you'll know, I was very confident going into this week. I just sensed that at the end of the day, the midfield brigade was there, and they were all there apart from Matt Kennedy. We obviously bring in Paddy Dow, but nonetheless, the main stars were there, and I thought we would just be far too good for them. And, you know, the Pies pretty much showed us, they showed us up. You know, they were just hungry. They got us on the turnover. They were just well prepared. I think our inability to use the corridor, I don't know if it was due to a lack of willingness to want to do it, but I just think it was due to how well executed the Collingwood game plan was. We just didn't get the openings that we wanted, not until really the second quarter for a bit, and then maybe late in the fourth when the game was on the line and it was just about high risk, high reward. But yeah, I got a lot of props for what Collingwood did today. You know, obviously Jacob Wiedering goes down. I thought he started on another level, and then he goes down, and I didn't really know what had happened. I didn't even know he got hurt, to be honest. It wasn't until I got messages from people saying that he was down and he had been subbed. And, you know, we've been saying it all year. He's our most valuable player. He's just not someone we can afford to lose. But such is life. You know, shit happens. And, you know, I was really interested to see how we would respond in the short term. I think we got let out of jail a little bit after the Wiedering injury and for the rest of that first quarter because Collingwood just didn't hit the scoreboard in the way that they probably would have wanted to. And it kind of kept us in the game. And then by halftime, we found a way to claw our way back. You know, Cripps and Walsh really stepped up in that second quarter and got us going. And you go into halftime and you're thinking, how are we ahead? You know, we're up by a goal. And I was just hoping for a regroup. And I was hoping that the midfield would lift and just bring us home, maybe have a big third quarter and hold on in the fourth like what we've been doing this season. But yeah, the third quarter was really dead, just really dead. We just didn't get going in the way that we needed to. And I'm not going to lie that the sinking feeling started creeping in definitely towards the end of the third because I didn't want to think about the Wiedering injury as, you know, the game loser. I didn't want to think like that. But you just started seeing the holes appear in our backline. You started seeing some of the balls that Collingwood were able to mark inside forward 50 that were coming long and high, and you just knew that if Wiedering was there, he would have had that. And I guess the challenge is, you know, not only for today, but, you know, moving forward, you know, the back six have to reshuffle and restructure the responsibilities, which is exciting because you get people put in roles that they're not accustomed to, and it's going to force growth. So I am buoyed by that. I'm excited by that. But ultimately, in the moment, you want them to figure it out, and it took us a while to figure it out. I think we did a relatively good job of controlling the tempo of the game. However, it just didn't happen for us. The fourth quarter, I kind of gave up hope. I think once Ollie Henry kicked his third, I sort of sat back in my chair thinking, oh my God, it's happening. We're going to lose. And even when we were just down one goal towards the end of the fourth, I still didn't really fire up until that last minute. Charlie kicks a goal. Jack Silvani almost lifts the roof off this whole place, even though there's no roof at the MCG. But the noise that was about to blow up as that ball from Jack Silvani was midair was something I'll definitely never forget, because it was really bubbling. And at the end of the day, if he kicks that goal, it's highway robbery. We did not deserve to win today. Collingwood deserved to win, and that's disappointing. It's really disappointing. And you can talk about the injuries, you can talk about free kicks here and there. I'm not going to do none of that, because for every missed free kick, there was also, if not more, of a missed target. A lot of our kicking today was errant, and whether that's down to us and our execution or Collingwood's defensive pressure, whatever, we did not play anywhere near our best today, and we paid the price for it. Moving forward, it's going to be very interesting to see what we do. We've got the mid-season draft coming up on Wednesday. We get the bye, and would love whatever this injury situation is for us at the moment. Would love for it to turn around, because we're really stretched. We're really stretching what's capable right now, and I'm really curious to see how creative the coaches can be with that moving forward. And we're going to have to just center a game plan. And like I said before, it's really going to come down to how well the back six, well, really it's the whole team, but the back six in particular, now that our conductor, we'll call Jacob, he's really the guy that gets everyone set up and probably leads the communication, given his standing in the team. Going to be really interesting to see who steps up in that way. I thought a guy like Nick Newman really stepped up today. I thought he was immense and had some critical moments. I even loved the moments that Cottrell gave us today as well. We looked pretty small, and it really showed. Collingwood dominated the aerial battle, and when you see Mason Cox taking contested marks, you just know it's not your day. He's not a very consistent player, but you know that when he's on, Collingwood win, and you just know it's not your day. So the aerial battle was just not ours today. There were moments where we lifted, which was pleasing to see, and also, I've lived through so many devastating losses, embarrassing losses which really make me question the direction of the club. So to come from that and then have a loss like this, knowing how the players applied themselves, I come away not feeling totally heartbroken, because I know that I still have that faith that we're on the right track. So that's great. But you lose to Collingwood and you lose to the arch rival, and it's just not good. It's not. Full credit to them. Full credit to my man Swoop Luke. Caught up with him before the game. And got nothing else to say other than congratulations to the Pies. I think Swoop Luke does an incredible job. And for all of you that had some things to say about him before, during, and after this game, just remember that he is great for footy YouTube. And if it wasn't for him, this rivalry wouldn't be what it has been over the last few years. We've really built something special in the online space. So I look forward to the return game. We'll get them back for sure. We'll get our players back for the end of the season, and we'll absolutely be beating them next time we play them. I've got no doubt about that. So what about you? How are you feeling after that? Share with me your comments. We'll do a bit of a mid-season review maybe next week. But share with me your comments about what you saw today, and is there something to be worried? I mean, there is a lot to be worried about, but do you have faith that we can, make it work? Because I sensed in the fan cams a real I think somebody came on and referred to the Koutafidis injury back in the day. I don't know if it's that severe just yet. I know that Wiedering's important, but it is going to be a 2-month thing, it seems, at this point, unless the scans come back tomorrow and tell us otherwise. But yeah, we're in for a bit of a uphill battle, and that's just the way we like it, because you want to be tested. The injury curse or the injury situation will eventually move into our favour, and when it does, we hopefully have banked enough wins to be ready to go once Harry's back, once Jacob's back, hopefully when and if McGovern is back, Zach Williams and the likes, and Mark Pitternet as well. So chat about it then. A little flat, but we'll be all right. 8-3, we'll move forward, and we'll go from there. Go the Mighty Blues.